Hey everyone, this is Harshvardhan. Welcome to my channel SEO Sing. Today in this video I'll throw some light on niche edits, also known as link insertions and guest posts. If you don't know about these links, I'll give a brief introduction. A niche edit is a link insertion on an existing piece of content. If you come across an article about best dog food and ask the editor to include your website's link and they do it, that's a link insertion. You just got a brand new niche edit. As for guest post, you are basically reaching out to fellow webmasters and website owners and asking to write a blog on their website. All you ask for in return is a link back to your website. You would go and write a valuable piece of content and insert a link that goes back to your website. That's a guest post. They are quite popular, but most people go crazy buying them, including advanced SEOs. Now, obviously, they are just another type of backlink that you can get along with Web 2.0 links, blog comment links, social links, and maybe even PBS if you go the black hat route. By the way, if you'd like to rank higher on Google and AI and get more organic traffic, you can have us do the heavy lifting for you. Visit my website harshvardhansingh.com and apply for our terms for your services. We'll get back to you as soon as we get a chance. With that said, let's get back to the video. It's easy to inflate the link metrics. There are spam services on platforms like Fiverr. You can find all sorts of services in there. You can boost Moz DA or Ahrefs DR or referring domains or even Majestic Trust Flow and Citation Flow. Sellers in there often have networks of spammy sites and block comment sites that they use to quickly inflate your website's metrics just so it looks good on paper. Now let that sink in for a minute. Do you really think that's helping you? Sorry to burst the bubble, but it's not, unless you want to build the website, inflate the metrics on purpose, and sell guest posts from your high DA or high DR website, kind of building it from scratch just to con people. Not fair, right? So, are guest posts and link insertions even worth it? I would say they can be worth it only if you know what you're buying. Don't just look at the numbers and go ahead because the numbers can be deceiving. You may be buying a link for $100 that's not even worth $5. That's step one. Obviously, you may want to look at the traffic the site is receiving on various SEO tools like Ahrefs, Moz, and SEMrush. Use more than one tool just to be sure. People often try to game the system and inflate the numbers, but if the numbers look good overall across multiple platforms, then that could be a legit website. It's quite hard to inflate traffic. Well, I'm not saying it's super hard to inflate traffic. You may come across some tech website that's covering a lot of spammy content like Brad Pitt net worth, Taylor Swift net worth, and stuff like that. That gets a lot of traffic, and it's quite easy to rank for those net worth terms. Sure, they get a ton of traffic. Now their site's traffic is inflated as well, and unfortunately, you may fall for it. Analyze the website. Try looking at the organic keywords. This will give you a rough idea of the website's quality. If the site is all about table tennis and you only see stuff related to table tennis like ping pong paddles, racket, shoes, whatever, then it's definitely a good site. If not, you know what to do. If you are buying a guest post, obviously it will be an orphaned post because it just got published. Request the site owner or the webmaster to add a link to it from one of the established or older posts. If that post also has some traffic, that's bonus points. In a nutshell, do something and make sure it's not orphaned. Orphaned pages can be a problem. This applies to both niche edits and guest posts. Well, the reason is very obvious. You don't get any credit unless Google is able to crawl the site. Whenever the search engine spider visits the site, it may randomly find the post. On the other hand, if other pages are already linking to a post that has your link, the bots will find it quicker and will also acknowledge your website. Obviously, an orphan page on a legitimate website is way better than a page on a spammy site, but try to make the most out of the links you build. You are spending money anyway, so might as well make the most out of it. Even if you get everything wrong, and sometimes you can't do much about it, Like a webmaster is not willing to link back to your guest post, or they are not willing to edit one of their high traffic articles and add your link. But do make sure the website is a good one at least, and the numbers are not inflated. Making sure you do not have an orphaned page falls under the nice to haves category. Even with traffic, you want to do a link insertion on a website that has some traffic. If you use Ahrefs, you may want to make sure it gets at least 100 visits per month. Now, if you want to get strict, you may bump the number to 300 or even 500 if you paid a good amount for the link. Bumping to 1000 visits also makes sense. But a legit site with 1000 monthly traffic, be ready to shell out a decent amount. Alright, that brings us to the end of this video. I hope you liked it. If you did, please like this video, leave a comment, that will be much appreciated. Also, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Alright, I'll see you soon. This is Harshvardhan Singh signing off. Bye for now.